Hi, welcome to Side Eye Central, and I just want to get straight into it. So, we're going to do a light recap of Love Island Season 8, Episode 4. Firstly, my point is nobody saw Sincere was getting on Melanie nerves. Nobody saw she was getting sick of him. Like, nobody, none of the girls. Wow. Okay. Anyhow. Okay, so those who have watched this episode, you all know that the new bombshell Corbin was brought into the villa, and fast forward, he sat down and had a conversation with all of the girls. Okay, so Corbin is talking to the girls and he's asking them to tell him about themselves, and he is doing the same. But I'm not gonna lie, Melanie did snatch him up pretty quickly. So she immediately requested to pull him for a chat, and he agreed. So Melanie and Corbin, they went away from the girls and sat somewhere in the villa and started having a conversation. And I noticed that some of the girls, like they were chatting about Melanie and saying, I did not expect this from Trinity. I did not expect this from Trinity being real. Trinity said, if that was sincere, basically Melanie would have feel all type of different ways. And one of the girls, I can't remember if it was Beatrice or whatever, somebody said that she would have broken them up, basically. So they're trying to say that if Sincere had pulled the new bombshell for a chat, just saying, Melanie would have went over there and broke Sincere and the girls' chat, well, basically interrupted their chat. And I have to disagree, because Melanie already had told Sincere, you could do you, I could do me. This is what the girls don't know. That's what I'm saying. Melanie saw how Sincere was moving and she's starting to do her, basically like she should be playing the game, right? So I got to tell y'all this part. So from what I remember, the girls had planned to allow Kinsey to get first dibs on Corbin, and I was like, what? Because I'm thinking that this is a game. Kinsey need to know how to maneuver in this game. She need to be talking to your man, her man, that one man, the new bombshell. Like, she need to be talking to everybody. Kinsey need to maneuver for herself. She don't need y'all help. And who are y'all to say who gets what in here? You know what I mean? Like, that was just so annoying. Like, I was like, Okay, so fast forward. Melanie returns to the couch by the fire pit, and she starts off by saying, oh, he's hot. So take a note. Trinity said, girl, I was about to say, you was all up in his face. And I'm trying to see too. You see how Trinity addressed the matter, but not being, too serious about it, but still bringing it to her attention, because I didn't feel like it was that serious. But Bea, when she addressed Melanie, I felt as though she was being calm, but she was basically saying that, girl, you was doing too much in a man face, and you saw Kenzie. Kenzie is the one single, so you was just doing a bit too much, and it just basically was inconsiderate, is what I felt as though she was trying to relate to Melanie. But when Melanie answered her and she was like, okay, my bad, it was not intentional, Bea continued and say, okay, but, and then Melanie say, girl, relax, and valid. I'm just gonna say valid, because okay, but what? Like, the lady already apologized and said it wasn't intentional. What else is there to be said? Because it's so minuscule. This shouldn't even be like a long argument or nothing. So when Melanie got up and say, girl, because she doing too much, I totally understood her. Totally felt her. Because the situation is too small to be even running on this long about it. So I understood why Melanie got up from the fire pit and walked away. She needed a moment to collect herself, right? So yeah, but what I would say was the wrong move, Melanie, was to go ahead and ask Kata if you could speak to her, because to be honest, I feel like Kata still don't like you. Even after you all squashed the beef, she still might feel away, like, But personally, I feel as though it's so petty. If I was in that position, I would have talked to Melanie. The girl crying, she upset. Sorry, the lady, she's crying, she's upset, or whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I would have spoken to her. Now, Melanie, I still feel like it's a wrong move to even ask Kato to speak. Girl, I wasn't talking to her again. I wasn't talking to her. I would just like to see what type of man is this on the side of Kato. What type of man that is. This man gonna say, oh, she's a nervous wreck. She's dripping out all over the place. Bro, I was doing the stink face. No, bro. I just can't stand certain individuals like y'all. You is a man, bro. Like, chill out. Okay, so all in all, I just feel like the girls at the fire pit that was just making that situation with Melanie an issue, it literally, y'all was doing too much. Specifically, Bear, y'all was doing too much. Because Corbin literally memorized all of y'all names. Corbin could see all y'all. That man is a tall man. Okay? He saw all of y'all. He asked y'all to introduce yourself. Melanie won. Did not outshine all of y'all. I don't feel like he could have seen, and he did see all of you all. So y'all was doing too much. Yeah. Also, to me, Melanie seems like a bubbly person, nice, sweet person. That's how she seems to me. And it gives, like, when she returned to the fire pit, you know, she brought good vibes, but she wasn't expecting to be checked. So I feel like that threw her, like, you know, that threw her way off. That caught her off guard. Like, I'm sweet, I'm bubbly, I'm not coming to you on no, like, you know, no foul attitude. You know, I felt as though she felt tried, and that's why she walked away, and she was laughing. It's like, I'm not going back over that, because you're sweet. You're a sweet, kind person, and when you feel tried, that's your reaction. So like I said, I understood Melanie. Okay, lastly, so nobody clocked that Melanie is seeing through Sincere like glass. She is seeing how insincere he is. She's seeing him for who he is. Like my girl say, I would like some sincerity, please. Because y'all know that he wasn't sincere with Melanie. Where if y'all was watching, you know, the episode previously, when this is when he was, you know, addressing the Kato situation with Melanie. And he said, oh, he wasn't really trying to explore with her. He had a conversation, but he trying to make it seem as though it wasn't that deep. But in the confessional, this man can say, oh, I have 2 beautiful fish. What type of crap was that? So Sincere is showing his insincerity when it comes to Melanie. And she peeped that. She picked that up. So this is why she moving how she moving with Corbin. Because she's seeing straight through Sincere. Okay, so 1, he was being disingenuous about wanting to pursue Kato. 2, he got exposed for cheating or, like, you know, flirt texting with somebody else other than his current partner while he was already in a relationship. And 3, the prior episode, he slept with Melanie that night, right? And the next day, he didn't speak to her all day. But you pull Kato first before you even speak to the person you're in a couple with, right? It's reading red flag. Just being real. My opinion is Melanie sees Sincere for who he is, and now she's moving accordingly. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so my takeaway from this video is basically, Sincere, you ain't sincere. Bear, you was doing too much. Kenzie, you need to play the game. And my girl Melanie, she catching on, so she's starting to play the game and, you know, move for herself. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you like, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment. See y'all, and guess what? We side eyeing Sincere.